Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. The headline Jikook returning to Korea? Thinking face and near-miss fans noticed immediately piqued the curiosity of many fans. Not because of any official statement or public confirmation, but because of something that has long been a hallmark of ARMY. Fans' ability to read small details that often go unnoticed. In the world of BTS, sometimes it's not a big announcement that sparks discussion, but rather a fleeting moment, a movement that almost happened, or a situation that felt almost but didn't quite materialize. Recently, fans' attention has been drawn back to Jungkook and Jimin, especially after speculation about their possible return to Korea around the same time. There were no official headlines, no clear airport photos, and no statements from their agencies. But that's precisely the appeal. Fans began piecing together small pieces from various sources, from seemingly close schedules, unusual changes in activity, to subtle signals that felt like a near miss. A moment that almost happened but was delayed or passed by. For many ARMYs, especially those who have long followed Jungkook's dynamic, the term near miss is familiar. Jungkook and Jimin often find themselves in situations where their presence feels close to each other, as if their timelines are almost converging, yet separated by one small detail. Whether it's a slight difference in schedules, a location nearby that isn't captured on camera, or a moment where fans feel, if only one thing changed, they would be seen together. Speculation about a possible return to Korea also follows a similar pattern. Some fans note unusual lulls in activity, posts that seem quieter than usual, and signs that each member is in a transitional phase. Nothing is explicit, but for a fandom accustomed to reading BTS's rhythm, small changes often feel more telling than official statements. Interestingly, these discussions haven't devolved into overblown rumors, but rather into collective reflection. Fans are wondering, not urgently, but with gentle curiosity. Are they really close to returning at the same time? Did plans change at the last minute? Or is this just a coincidence that feels magnified by the emotional closeness fans feel for Jungkook? Jungkook and Jimin's relationship has always had a unique dynamic. Since their debut, the two have been known for their natural, warm bond, often evident without words. They don't always appear together in big moments, but are often connected through consistent, small details. Brief glances, synchronized body language, and familiar habits are why fans are so sensitive to every subtle change in their activities. In the context of returning to Korea, fans' sensitivity to these details is even more pronounced. Korea isn't just a physical location for BTS, but an emotional space fraught with meaning. Returning to Korea is often associated with a new phase, a readjustment, or preparation for something bigger. So, when there are signs that Jungkook and Jimin might be on similar paths, it's natural for fans' imaginations to get going. But what keeps this discussion healthy is the realization that not everything needs to have a definitive answer.
Jimin, your heart for me? No? Bye, Jimin! Bye, Jimin!
Many ARMY actually enjoy the process of observing, analyzing, and sharing perspectives without forcing conclusions. Near miss here isn't seen as a failure or disappointment, but rather as part of an ongoing journey. Some fans even see this moment as a reflection of each other's respective life stages. Jungkook and Jimin are now in a more mature stage, with their individual paths increasingly clear. Sharing a similar time or location is no longer a requirement for closeness. Instead, their ability to stay connected despite being in different time and space is evidence of a deeper bond. Interestingly, this discussion of near misses also opens up a broader conversation about how fandom views togetherness. In the past, togetherness was often interpreted literally, appearing in the same place at the same time in the same camera frame. Now, many fans are beginning to see togetherness as something more subtle. Synchronized energy, a shared phase, and a sense of mutual understanding can exist even without physical presence. In that context, a near-miss fans noticed feels apartment. This isn't a story about what happened, but about what almost happened and how fans responded to it. There's a certain beauty in a moment that's not as important as it seems it's a reality. because that's where the fandom's collective imagination and emotions come into play. For some ARMY, this almost moment is more meaningful than certainty. It shows that Jungkook and Jimin are still in the same orbit, even if their paths don't always align. There's a sense of comfort in knowing that even though they're not always seen together, the closeness isn't completely lost.
정국이를 데리고 가는 게 마음이 편할 것 같습니다.
Jungkookです.
In the end, whether Jungkook and Jimin actually almost returned to Korea together may not be the point of this story. The point is how one small possibility can reignite conversation, longing, and appreciation for a relationship that's been building for years. The fandom isn't just waiting for an answer, but enjoying the journey of lovingly interpreting every little detail. Is Jikook returning to Korea? Thinking face isn't a question that demands an immediate answer. It's more of an invitation to reflect, observe, and celebrate the evolving dynamic. And perhaps, that's where Jikook's true power lies, not in the fully visible moments, but in the small spaces in between, where fans find their own meaning. In a world full of fast-paced, instant certainties, this near-miss moment reminds us that not everything has to happen explicitly to feel real. Sometimes, it's the near misses that leave the deepest impression. Thank you for watching until the end. As always, Jikook's story isn't about certainties, but about the small details that make fans pause and think. Whether it's a moment that actually happened, or just a near miss, it's all part of the journey we're enjoying together as ARMY. If you caught the same detail or have a different perspective on this moment, please share it in the comments. We don't have to agree, but sharing perspectives always makes a story feel more alive. Don't forget to like if this video brightened your day, subscribe for more BTS analysis content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. See you in the next video, and as always, keep believing in the beauty of the small moments that often go unnoticed.